Businesses and schools are reopening, and that means it's time for us to head back to work and school. Are you ready? These transitions are challenging and they can add a lot of extra stress. So in this video, I'm going to share some take care tips to help you make those transitions a little bit easier. Hi there, I'm Jen and I'm the founder of Take Care Tips. On this channel, we give you 10-minute tips and self-care strategies that you can use to take better care of you. If you like this video, be sure to click to like below, and we'd love to have you subscribe to this channel as well. Now in today's video, I'm going to give you 4 tips to help you ease the transition back to work and school. Tip number 1, keep in mind everybody's in a different place. Some people have really enjoyed time at home with family and working remotely. Their finances haven't skipped a beat. Other people have been hit hard by COVID-19. Their physical health, their financial health have been suffering. And so we need to understand that everybody is going to be in a different place when we head back to work and school. The people around us are dealing with a lot, and they're dealing with it in a variety of different ways, on a variety of different emotional levels. So this is a really important time in our lives and in our world for us to be gentle with ourselves and those around us. We need to pray for patience, really, and we need to understand that everybody's going to be at their own pace, moving through recovering and transitioning through this pandemic. Tip number 2, embrace the things that are different, and remember, knowledge is power. Remember when the biggest thing you had to worry about for back to school was maybe finding the perfect backpack? It's a whole different ballgame this year. Your school will have a lot of new policies in place to help stop the spread of COVID-19. You need to pay attention to what those protocols are and make sure to communicate them with your child and know that those protocols could be changing. What do you as a family have in place to be able to respond to the changes that are coming our way? For example, if someone in the school tests positive for COVID, if a close family contact has tested positive for COVID, do you have a plan in place if you or your family needs to quarantine for 14 days? What kinds of things do you have in place for transportation for your child? Do they understand proper hand washing, proper mask wearing techniques, proper social distancing techniques? Now's the time to go over all of those things. And for yourself, for work as well. What kind of policies does your human resources department have in place? Is all of your contact information updated, your emergency contact information? Do you have a plan for what to do if you need to work from home remotely, even on quick notice? Those are the kinds of things that you need to be thinking about and preparing for early. Tip number 3, keep an eye on each other. We all have a really huge opportunity right now to take better care of ourselves and to look out for others. So when we get back to work, when our kids get back to school, let's look around and see, what are the people around us doing? Are they looking and acting the same as they normally would? Are the grades as good as they used to be? Is our productivity level as good as it used to be? Are you noticing any differences that make you think, hey, maybe some extra help is needed here? Businesses and schools have extra counselors and counseling capabilities available right now. So don't be afraid to look out for those changes and reach out for extra help for yourself or for a friend if needed. And tip number 4, communicate a lot. When we're feeling stress, we are just not as sharp as we usually are. So at times of crisis, the best leaders in the world, the best business communicators in the world, understand the principle of over-communicating. So think about that as it applies to your own life and to the life of your child. This means that we need to hear the plans and protocols for reopening probably several times before they really start to sink in. So don't be afraid to ask as many questions as you need. Don't be afraid to review the protocols as many times as you need so that you're sure that you really understand them. This is that knowledge is power idea again. The more we know and understand, the less likely we are to feel stress about the situation because we're removing some of the unknown from it. And then let that communication continue after work and after school. Have conversations as a family. Make sure that you're talking about how was the day today? Did you have any challenges? Did you feel like you had any big successes today? Do you have any questions? Do you want to go over any of the protocols again? That ongoing communication is really going to be critical for easing the transition. Behavioral health experts remind us that emotional recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic will take some time. Sticking to the basic self-care routines, things like making sure we get enough sleep and exercise, taking breaks, getting enough water, all of those basic activities are going to make you healthy and strong, and they're going to make you a very healthy role model for your children and for your coworkers. I'll share some 10-minute tips to help you out in those areas in upcoming videos. So like this video below and make sure to subscribe to our channel so that you can see all the new videos coming up. We'd also love to have you in our other social media channels. I'll post the links to all of those below. I also want to add some links to some really helpful guides and checklists on the CDC website. I'll put those in the description below as well. Thanks so much for watching.